Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Shadow of Elysium Redux series. I randomly started talking like Sean Connery right as I said Surviving Mars, so I decided just to keep it going. And I'm not sure why that happened. So we are jumping in. I'm going to be recording probably the last episodes of this first leg of the series in one sitting here. So I'm sitting down with 15. In a few episodes, I'll talk about what's coming next in this time slot. It is something, it's not Stellaris, because there have been some exciting announcements about the next version of Stellaris, and so I'm kind of still weighing whether or not I want to, you know, jump in with a brand new series when we know that in the medium, not near future, but in the medium near future, there could be, you know, more exciting stuff to cover with Stellaris when it comes to like actually talking about patch content and stuff like that. So I'm going to hold off from a new Stellaris series for that while we build suspense for this new patch. But it is something that that has been in the 4 p.m. slot recently. Talk more about that soon. But we are currently storing just shy of 100 water. And how much water do I have left? I've got enough, I think, to go ahead and justify turning these back on, these water extractors. So I'm going to do that. They're going to need to be maintained, but we have plenty of machine parts sitting nearby, so the drones should come to life pretty quickly. The RC Explorer is coming to check out this anomaly. And of course, we have a dust storm that's coming in about 4 hours. So when I go back up to speed 3 here, things are going to go really nuts. But we just got a new polymer factory put down. Oh, nice. Time to scan new sectors. Tell you what, let's just go along the bottom here and get those scanned. And then I would like to kind of know what's going on up here because I am building in that area. Matter of fact, let's cancel that and queue that up, and we'll get to that one later. So we're going to do some deep scanning of the remaining sectors around the colony, and we're going to continue building this dome as well. So with these water extractors already running for the most part again, which is nice, we are gaining water. We just need to finish our research into deep water extraction so that we can have this set up. But I think that those extractors will keep me sustained perfectly well in the meantime. Pretty happy with the current situation. Also, let's take a quick look at this RC transport because I feel like there's probably more metal it can grab. Oh yeah. Plenty. Our metals situation is a bit precarious at the moment because our first deposit is almost out. Well, it actually has more than I thought it would. But the dust storm has started, which means the malfunctions are coming. And this one's going to last for a sol and 6 hours. So it could be worse. How much space do I have here? Oh good, new anomaly. Don't have a lot of space in this dome. I actually have no space in this dome. What about this dome? This is our... I don't want to check there. That didn't matter. Also, I still need to rebuild a little bit in here. That has not escaped me. It has not. I could build my diner and my infirmary over here. Actually, truth be told, that's an empty slot right there. I could rebuild all of this down here, and I can have this up here as a residence area, or just an area for anything else. But I think ultimately, yeah, let's go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. Alright, so diners require... oh good, I have plenty of those resources. So let's have the diner be in the center this time, because there's no way a diner position there is going to have a good view of everything. And then we'll put this infirmary here by the dome entrance, and then we will have another park, just like before. Alleyways. Boom. There we go. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. I think I can do better than that. Hang on. Well, that still doesn't join. I'll just leave it like so. And then these, I will delete all of them. And soon enough we will have something else here. So let's get those rebuilt. Also, speaking of tidying things, let's Get rid of these old concrete extractors that are just laying around. And I do want to get some more concrete extraction going. This deposit still has a ton, so I think I'll probably focus here for now, since it's far away from the colony. Let's go ahead and get that moving. Too far from working drone commander, huh? Alright, that's a good start. I'll just have one running. I think that's all I need, frankly. We will need some more drone commanders, apparently, though, if I want to get that whole thing. Because it's not quite in range. RC Explorer is checking out this anomaly, and is almost done. Hopefully it'll be a nice one. We've got some more technologies to unlock down here. Which reminds me, did I check last episode at the new techs that were unlocked? I don't know if I did. Ooh, outdome buildings require maintenance less often. So we're starting to get some really nice upgrade options for sure. Although the ones we're working on right now are still much more critical to the long-term survival of the colony. They all are in their own way. Here we go. It's not every day that we have the luxury to choose from what Mars has to offer. The planet constantly reminds us of its old habit to give with one hand and take with the other. The rover came across coffinite rocks rich in uranium clustered on top of a rich hematite deposit. The mineral veins were positioned in such a manner inside the rock that we couldn't blast through without compromising some of them. We faced a difficult decision, but at the end it was a matter of simple pragmatics. So we either get a rich metals deposit or a rare metals deposit. I feel like we've got rare metals in the area. I'd rather go for the rich metals deposit, which I think I've already done once this series. But let's do that, because we're kind of in the area, and this will give me some additional metals to exploit, for sure. Alright, and let's now come down and unlock those. Less than one sol remaining in the dust storm. I always feel like I'm saying death storm, so I correct myself when I say dust storm. It just comes out. But this one's gone decently well so far, dare I say. Now we have plenty of stored power, plenty of stored oxygen, and plenty of stored water, so our current shortages are not as bad as they could be, although we do need to get these pipes fixed. Yeah. Causes a lot of water loss. Good lord. I'm glad I turned those back on when I did. Can you imagine if I hadn't? We'd be having dehydration problems, and we might still, but we'd be having them on a much larger scale. Okay, so this RC transport is done again. But there's more to do. There's a couple of metal spots. Go down here. Grab that and bring it back. Now, these guys are... Actually, I need to put that on normal priority. So that might reduce our metal production somewhat, but that's okay. I'm alright with that. I want folks to start, you know, treating all the jobs in these domes equally. Okay, so speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and put down some more apartments here. I think that's... Unless there's something else that would be worthwhile, like a security station, which I don't have here yet. They do have access to an open-air gym if they live here. There's not a security station here, so difficult decisions. I don't know. We don't have a space bar. We removed that a while ago. So I could do that for relaxation, drinking, and social needs in the original colony. I mean, I'm really going to be expanding in the new colonies area, so why not go ahead and put a spacebar here that all three have access to? I think that could ultimately be good for the colonists. Let's give them that. Meanwhile, how's this coming? Yeah, we're working on our polymer production, and those polymers are slowly making their way out. Oh, I've realized... Hang on. One thing I realized in previous episodes, not in previous episodes, but in rewatching some of the last content to come out, is that this might have been part of my problem with the machine parts depots. When you build single depots, you have to set a desired amount for anything to get stored here. So I feel like maybe because I've been building these but not setting a desired amount, they haven't been used at all. Like, maybe this is a necessary step too, since they added the desired amount, and it's not just kind of a... I don't know, when I first saw the desired amount mechanic and read about it in the patch notes, how I interpret it was that it was a kind of a unnecessary, it was a voluntary mechanic really, where you could just say, well, I want this particular depot to be a focus of attention, but the depots will keep working as they have in the past. But it's possible that really what you have to do is kind of say, no, I want a certain amount of these resources to be stored here at all times, and I want them to be spread evenly among these depots. So, I don't know, it's interesting. We're going to have to keep looking at how that works, but I'm just noticing that the only reason these have metal on them is because I've put metal on them. There are no machine parts on this depot. Now, concrete, I guess, works a little bit differently because there has to be an overflow from here. So if you want to use depots to move resources around, maybe that's when you need to set the desired amounts. We'll talk about it in the comments. The colony's doing well enough without my setting that I'm not going to worry about it right now, but it's just something that I picked up on while watching a bit of, I think it was episode 12 or 13, somewhere in there. Okay, so we once again have access to some new technologies, bunches and bunches of them. We got the Hanging Gardens tech, we got the Advanced Passenger Module. We can build RC Commanders, Transports, and RC Explorers, which is quite nice. And we can exploit deep metal and rare metal deposits, nice. And we can upgrade the sanatorium. We don't have the first level of the sanatorium yet, so that's not a huge deal. But we continue to do quite well, and we're approaching the end of our research into deep water extraction. Dust Storm has 5 hours remaining. At the opening of this episode, we had 5 hours to go until it started, so we're getting closer. There is still another anomaly to unlock. Let's do that. Yeah, that deep metal deposit there is going to need a... We're going to need a whole other section of the colony over here to get these rare metals and these deep metals, so... Pretty soon we're going to need to focus on getting CO2 jet propulsion up and running. We might even move it up above these two here. As a matter of fact, I think I will. Let's cancel those two. There we go. And re-add them to the queue. Good. We can see that the polymers needed for the medium dome are almost there. Slowly being transported over via the universal depots. Which do have desired amounts set for everything, which I can't remember if I set those or not, but I feel like when you start a universal depot, yeah, they start with a desired amount of 3. Another new anomaly found. Whoa, okay, so lots of technology unlock anomalies being discovered, for sure. I wish you could queue up deep scans after initial scans, but you can't, the way that it currently works. Okay, I officially have no more metals to pick up from down below until I scan for more. So we're just waiting on polymers for the medium dome. The dust storm has passed. The spacebar is up and running. Don't have people working it yet, but hang on. Now we need to build some more stuff in here too. I might need to go ahead and get a security station set up here. And I'll get a grocer set up for them. Yeah, the way I brought this passageway into the dome, there's not a lot of extra room for stuff, so I'll do a small fountain with a slightly different appearance. We'll do a statue with a slightly different appearance. And a small garden. That looks like that. There we go. Makes the entrance to the colony kind of feel like a back alley in a weird way. Because you gotta go through all these things to get to the tunnel. Alright, how are we doing here? Alright, there we go. Moment of truth. New dome going up. Still need to get more polymers produced. How many are we producing per day here? 7.1 here, 4.6 there, so decent amount. Rare metals production has gone down a good bit since I de-emphasized that, excuse me. Electronics production, how we doing? Yeah, see, since I de-emphasized stuff, there are just not... Hang on. I could bring in more residents, and that'll probably fix it. Oh yeah, I could totally bring in more residents. So let's pause for a moment and see what we can do to fix that. Passenger rocket. Matching colonist 22, perfect. So that's with our current outlaw rules, though, allowing lots of different types of annoying people, including gamblers. No cowards are going to come with this current group. Yeah, let's go ahead and launch with these 17. Because that's enough to fill some additional space in here and maybe get our production going back up. Yeah, metals production per sol is still good. And now we have a lot to do out here. Let's see. Need a metals extractor, that's the main reason we're here. It's a little weird, but I'm going to put it... Well... There we go. That works for me. So with that being done... Do I want to have apartments in the same area, or do I want to build this dome differently? And over here, the other thing is that, just like here, we're going to need a little bit of self-sufficiency. We're going to need another school, which will bring in more electronics maintenance. I don't know if I like that. Kind of makes me wish for CO2 jet propulsion, in a way, so that people could get between buildings a little bit more easily. I still don't know if kids can go from, like, this dome to this dome if they wanted to go to school. I don't think that's possible, so I think I would need a school in this dome. So let's go ahead and make that call. Not going to worry about any research buildings just yet. I'll probably leave some of the space in this new building blank, but we would like to have definitely a... Let's do a playground there, and a nursery there. And then we can have a small garden position there. There's already a water reclamation system there. I want to do a different type of spire in this dome. A security station would be welcome, I believe. Put it back behind the school, that kind of makes sense. Have the protection near the kids, but looking out over the entire dome. Have the art store right there. A little bit of extra service comfort for them. And then maybe not an electronic store just yet, but we'll be getting there soon. So we'll have a grocer there. What does the diner look like in the back? You know what would be cool? If we had like a whole park area for this diner to be overlooking, if people were sitting on those kind of porches. That'd be nice. Build that infirmary there. Open air gym there. let's see, if we did a stone garden, there are no alternative appearances for these, unfortunately. So we can start there. We can have a lake. No alternative appearances for you either, but we'll have a lake there. I'm just looking at the different ways the paths can kind of be brought in if I use the alternate appearances. Because I'm still learning these a little bit. It's not something I've messed with a lot. Yeah, let's just use the basic there for a bit, but I might be able to do slightly differently with this one. Or not. Yeah. I mean, that could be good. Let's try something else here. Almost, but we would need to have a small alleys with a straight pathway going through it like that. Oh, perfect. Okay. Which then allows me to do this. Cool. So then we could have a statue. Oh, it's actually an unbuildable area. Really? Oh yeah, it is unbuildable. Okay, that's right at the edge there. That's perfect then. Okay, I'm happy with that. That can be a dead end. And then maybe we'll build something else here, and I'll leave it blank for now. That should be enough for that dome to kind of have something to get started with. We're going to need some more electronics and machine parts factories in the neighboring domes. I might do one of the new triangle domes, which people have been asking me to build, and put it nearby. All right, you can see the domes, or the drones immediately going to work. How are we doing on water? All right, not a lot of water left in these things. How much stored water do I have? 194. So, okay, almost done with deep water extraction. We're going to need to pivot to that very quickly. We're actually quite low on machine parts, which is annoying. After everything, we still don't quite have a solid amount of those. Why is that? Mainly, I guess, just because I changed the priority of the buildings. We have some more colonists incoming that will hopefully fix that. I think I just need to keep those buildings on high priority. Every time I've tried to kind of normalize things, the colonists have just been like, no, we don't want to work these all-important jobs. Alright then, back to basics. I'm going to say that all of those need to be worked much more consistently by you guys. So get on it, please. Now, of course, it's the middle of the night, so they won't change their positions right now. I think what I'm going to have to do as soon as this technology finishes is use some of the money that I earn from finishing it. Where did that money come from just now? I just got a little bit of extra funding, but it's not from finishing a research project. Because I feel like I only had 300 something. Didn't I? Do I have a celebrity colony? Hang on, now I'm genuinely curious. I do. I've got a celebrity colonist, that's why. That's probably where the money came from. Good to know. right, so there goes our water deposit. We have some stored water to go with, but I'm going to go ahead and dismantle all of these right now. And that will free up some resources. And there we go, deep water extraction just finished. That couldn't have come at a better time. So let's get the water extractor going here. Too far from working drone commander, huh? Really? Oh yeah, it's just out of range. Thankfully, it's not too far. We definitely want to get those built as soon as possible, and we want to get them powered. Okay, and with that being done, that is our deep water setup. Those are still being dismantled, and now we're moving on to water conservation, which will, of course, reduce the amount of water that we need to consume in our domes and prolong the life of our various water deposits, which we still haven't found another one. So, yes, we have this one, and that's all well and good, and it's got plenty of water in it compared to the last one. It's going to last 5 times as long, 6 times as long, really, as the last one. Almost 7 times, really. But, because I feel like the last one was about 5,100, so between 6 and 7 times as long. But here's the thing. We still need to have more sources of water, which might involve, as some of you have been suggesting in the comments, some moisture vaporators. I do not have the technology yet. Somebody said that I did. I don't. So we're going to need to research that. But I feel like that water deposit will last us for a while, but we're going to need to look into other ways to slow down our consumption, like that research project and vaporators in the coming episode. Thanks for watching, or episodes, rather. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.